Hey everyone, this is Chef. Welcome back to Uma, and today we have polls. So it is April 1st. Our monthly shops have reset. So over in our cleat exchange, we can now exchange some gold cleats for extra Make Debut Scout tickets. We can get some Trainee Scout tickets. We can also pick up our Support Guard Scout tickets, although those are going to be saving because they contribute to pity. And then we can also do the same thing with our silver cleats, which we have quite a few more of. So we're going to pick all these up, and then we're going to go see what we've got sitting over in the Scout tab. Because I did one additional poll, or sorry, not one additional poll, I did one additional career after we did the last video. I did a quick auction URA finale run, and that got us finally our random SSR selector ticket. So we have that, but in the course of doing that, I also set a scenario record for URA finale. So we also got an extra gold ticket out of that. We have a bunch of stuff in here to pull, is the point. We've got 4 gold tickets for SSR guaranteed, and then we've got 1 for a rainbow. So we're going to start with these, because they influence what we're actually going to spend our voucher on. A bourbon is fine. I believe she's okay for Trackblazer. Pretty sure she has race bonus. Well, it's not really a power card that's on my radar right now. Digital is not good, so that we should not have to worry too much about. King Halo is not good in Trackblazer, but is good in general, so having an extra copy of that is nice. Those are okay SR pulls. They're not great. Our best option would have been getting the last copy of Marvelous Sunday that we needed, but they're okay. And then we also do one pull here, and we see what we can get our hands on. Although, actually, this is race 2. Is Creek still in this thing? Creek may actually not be in here, which would be a bummer. I mean, if we got Reischauer's power card, it accomplishes much the same thing. I don't think Creek is in this. Oh, she is. Okay, so we could still get Creek from this. The odds are extremely low, but they're not 0. So we might as well use this one first. That's Akabono's Guts card. I don't think it's great, but we can look at it. You never get race bonus. That's going to be a difficult sell. So this, I don't think, does anything for us. And because that doesn't do anything for us, I think the plan that we have... I guess technically we should use our free pull on support cards. Because this also technically could be a Creek. Although the odds are extreme. Well, it is a Creek, but not the one we were looking for. Oh, that's cruel irony. I think the plan is to pop the selector ticket on Creek, because then at least we have a 0 limit break Creek that we can work with on our account. And then when we get a rainbow crystal within about a week to a week and a half, we can apply that to fine motion, and that's what gets fine motion to full on caps. The value of the selector ticket specifically is that the selector ticket lets you pick to unlock a card, whereas a crystal only works on cards that you have unlocked already. So I really don't want to spend this thing on a card that I already have unlocked if I can avoid it, because I'd rather unlock the ability to improve some cards later on through stuff like, you know, more rainbow crystals. So within that rationale, I think we're looking at Creek, and that's really about it. I don't think there's any other must unlocks here that are also good at 0 limit breaks. Baijin's Wit card is kind of interesting because this is no stopping me at gold. Reischauer is also kind of interesting. SSR Rico is kind of interesting, but I don't think any of these cards are going to wind up being better than having access to Creek at 0 limit breaks. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Exchange this here. And then maybe about 2 weeks from now, I think we're going to get our hands on our 20th Rainbow Crystal Shard, and that's going to let us get fine motion. So that's the poll plan. I think that's how things are going to look. As far as what we actually want to do today, I believe that we're just going to be rebuilding our Team Trials gold ship. Last time, we put together the Sotono Diamond that didn't quite get where we wanted it to go stats-wise. I think there's probably a 12, 650, 10, 610 in here somewhere. But this deck ended up working really well. So I think we're going to run back the same thing on gold ship today. We're going to bring this gold ship up to S, maybe S+, if we get a good run out of it. And then our Mile team is done for a while. Like, this vodka has room for improvement. I think this is an outdated version of the deck that we've actually preferred running lately. It doesn't even have Shinko Windy to full on caps. And also vodka, I believe, is one of our candidates for a guts deck, actually working fairly well. She has both speed and power growth rates. So we might come back and try to rebuild that later, but for now she's fine. And we have a few other A ranks that we would like to knock out. We want to rebuild this King Halo, this Mayano, and then also this Haru, which I'm really, really not looking forward to doing. So we're going to get started on that process today with the last 4 Team Trials runners that we have to rebuild by putting together our weird Mile End gold ship. So End A, Mile C, we're going to be inheriting up to Mile A. We're basically looking for any spark that's okay, and then we want to borrow Mile on our end. It's this air groove that we've been using for that purpose. She's Mile Turf Sprint, but more importantly, this is a good legacy that we'd like to chain into something else. So we wouldn't mind turning her into a parent. That's going to take gold ship to Mile B. And then because this is a Mile runner, we just inherit more Mile sparks from our guest to get to Mile A. Stamina is probably the inheritance that we want here, though, just to make sure that we get there exactly. This is 3 stam, 3 mile, 2 stam, 3 mile, 3 stam, 3 mile. The white sparks aren't amazing. What parent did I use for Sotono Diamond? Let's go and double check that quick, because I think that inheritance also worked fine. We used our Taiki. Oh, because we had to inherit her to pace. That was why. But then we want to do... I think this Rudolph actually works great. So we need to look for 3 power, 2 mile. Did you have speed spark or stamina sparks further down your inheritance tree? Let me go double check. Maybe we don't look for 3 stam. Maybe we look for like a 2 and 2 and we relax our criteria a bit. 2 stam, 2 mile, 3 stam, 1 turf, 3 stam, 1 front. I don't need that. 3 stam, 2 mile, 3 stam, 1 mile, 3 stam, 3 dirt. Don't need that. 3 stam, 2 mile, 3 stam, 2 mile, 3 stam, 2 mile. This I like. I like a lot of what's going on. It does only get us to single circle affinity, but I think that's fine. This is also quite a bit of just raw stats that we're getting from sparks here, which is good. I think that's okay to send. So that brings us up to Mile A. We're probably looking at doing the Mile route because I don't really want to have to deal with the Kikukusho stam requirements or the Spring Tenno stam requirements if I don't have to. Like, we can just avoid running the Triple Crown if we want to. But we'll see how our stamina is looking when we get a little closer. And then we're not using the parent sprint deck. We are using the Mile Trackblazer deck. Or are we using short? Have we been working off of short? We have. We probably shouldn't be, but we have been. Gold ship has 0% speed growth. She's 20% stam, 10% power, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, 20% stam, 10% power means that we want to run a fairly normal looking 3 speed, 2 wit, 1 power deck. So where is my friend Narita Top Road? There's one. And then this is the same deck that we ran last time. So this career is going to be a little shakier because the nature of end closers necessarily means getting blocked in races. We might have to burn a few more alarm clocks than we did on Sotono Diamond, who was actually a very chill and straightforward career overall. But that's not to say that it can't be done at all. First turns are just like URA Finale. We're looking at bringing our most important friendships up first. These are the lowest, and it burns energy so that we can get some back later from events. So we'll take that first. I would love to get a mood up early. That's actually a great time to get Kawakami Princess's events. That's 2. That's 4. Yeah, we'll be taking that stamina training for sure. I do not need an explanation. That's okay. That's 3. My stamina is not one of my priorities, but these are really good stamina trainings. So I guess we might as well take them. Let's move to great already. Don't even have to think about recreating. 2 friendships on wit that preserve energy. Nothing else anywhere. That's a fine wit training. 2 friendships on wit that preserve energy. Just a fine wit training again. Those aren't the friendships that I really need to be working on, but okay. 2 friendships on wit again. Versus 2 on speed. This is marginally lower, and it saves energy, so I guess we just take wit again. Alright, we're finally not training wit this turn, that's for sure. This is a speed training that works on Kawakami Princess, who's furthest behind, so I think we can just take that. And then we're in potential rest territory here if we don't like any of our trainings. This is more Kawakami event progress, which is nice. This is Kawakami friendship, which is nice. She is going to be the farthest behind right now. So let's keep working on her and preserving energy. I'd like to take 1 big training here and then just rest, if that's possible. 15 wit versus 10 speed, 5 power. We have 0% wit growth, and there's no way we cap wit, so let's take the wit training there. Or the wit stats there. 2 friendships on wit, 2 friendships on power, and a Marvelous Sunday hint. That's fairly relevant. I like the idea of that, because we're looking to get Tail held high, we're looking to get ramp up, we're looking to get straightaway adept. I'm fine gambling on 5% here. I'm still fine gambling on 5% there, even if we don't actually make it. That's unlucky, but what are you going to do? Shifting gears is not a hint that's going to work for us. We'll just take skill points. We are not going to be at the front mid-race. We're going to be at the back. 2 friendships, no friendships. 2 friendships, 2 friendships including Kawakami Princess. Surely we can't fail 2 sub 10% trainings in a row. Okay. Okay, alright. Come on now. I guess a corner adept hint isn't that bad. Okay, we can at least take this wit training. We can get some of our energy back, and then we can make our next training safe. Oh, no, we can't. Next turn is our debut, man. Just take the speed stamina. That's a really unfortunate series of training failures in the first couple turns. I think we're correct to play... we can buy Umamusume. I don't need to see hints on that. Just grab it immediately. I think we're correct to take that gamble every single time. And it's very, very rare that we would be punished on that gamble. But it is an inauspicious start to this run. Obviously we'll gamble. Yeah, winning the gamble is pretty good there. So we do need to fix mood here as well. Well, that works. Oh, man. You guys like Umamusume? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure myself. We'll pick up the glow sticks here because we do have Narita Top Road in the deck. That's going to build us towards that training effectiveness faster. We'll just take the grilled carrots and build our friendships up. And then we will be looking to do these races. Nope, that is Daiwa Scarlet's. Reset that schedule for me. Doesn't let you, huh? Interesting. This is the list we want. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. As a good wit, we're building Kawakami Princess's friendship. We like the idea of that. We don't necessarily need the hints, but we like the friendship progress. This is our mood back up to great, although we're going to lose some energy for it. We could, technically, just rest here. Oh, it's a good guts training, though. I really wish we'd seen a Vita 20 in this shop. It would have been so good for us here. Oh well. Just give me all the energy back. We'll see better trainings later. We'll see more grilled carrot sets later. We'll be able to fix it. One friend, two friends. One friend, two friends. Those friends don't need help right now. Shinko Windy kind of does, I guess, but Nishina Flower is further behind. Kawakami Princess is even further behind. We should probably take this power training, if anything. It's less friendship progress, but we really need to bring Kawakami Princess up so that we're extracting maximum value from our carrots when we see them. Let's take that. We also don't mind augmenting our stamina a little bit. We still don't mind augmenting our stamina a little bit. And then technically we should check trainings. These are not very good. We are A-okay to race today. We should do well here because we get to duel all the way through mid-race, but nothing's guaranteed. Okay, good. Good. This lets us buy the megaphone in the shop. 12 speed. Stam scroll. We want both of those. Mile corners is good. Fine, we'll fix mood later. Stam scroll, motivating megaphone. Buy both of those. Check your trainings. It's a really nice power training. It's a really, really nice power training. And there's nothing in the shop that we need to buy right now, and we already won our first junior stakes race, which means that we could just run these two, deal with potential mood down on the Hanshin JF, and just tank it. I think I can afford to take that. This is so much friendship progress for us. Power 10 versus Guts 10. We'll just take the power out of that. One friend, two friends. Two friends? I don't want to lose any more energy gambles. I think we actually rest this turn. I think we rest this turn and we do the Saudi Arabia RC, because if we see a good training late October, I want to be able to take it. I don't want to take an average training late September and then run a race and then be forced to rest on late October, even if we see something good. So let's take a rest here instead. Let's run the Saudi Arabia RC to keep building our race coins up. We'll double check our trainings. It's a good wit, it's not a great wit. It's a good speed, it's not a great speed. We can take a race over this. Especially because the shop reset. Good. Losing the gamble's fine there. We kind of planned for it. Unyielding Spirit is a mile hint. This is an opportunity to fix mood. But I think we're about to run 4 races and maybe train once. I think mood is going to fix itself. Just give me energy instead, and we'll cross our fingers for seeing Etsuko somewhere in these last 4 turns. And then this is the training that we banked on being able to take. Shinko Windy is now our lowest friendship, which means we probably take stamina here. Double check the shop to make sure there's nothing valuable, though. Energy drink max we want. Plain cupcake we want. Reset whistle we want. Vita 20 we want. Vita 20. Second glow stick is actually kind of interesting. And then I'll probably come back and buy that empowering megaphone after the daily high. And then everything else we should be able to afford. So this can be a stamina training to work on Shinko Windy's friendship and start pulling that up. Really looking for like maybe 2 more grilled carrot sets. This is way too early to be Speed Star, but we don't need it on gold ship, so it's fine. we'll run our second junior stakes race. And ideally we win. Fourth, I'm not going to alarm clock, and it also drastically alters our schedule, because now I don't need to run the race late November. Because there's no point trying to get the junior stakes epithet when we can't win 3 junior stakes races. So we can actually skip that race, and we can just invite a 20 into a training this turn. None of our trainings are good, so we may just race anyway. It also means we can't pick this empowering megaphone up, which is unfortunate. But we can get these two, and then we also want this good luck charm. So we need to spend, in the next 3 turns, we need to spend 40, 85, no, 40, basically 140. We need to spend 138. So we do need to run Tokyo Sports High and Hanshin JF to be able to afford all that. So we're going to run this anyway. I guess I'd rather take the rival race, even though it's not a hint that we need, because it could still be an end closer hint. It could be something like straightaway spurt. Still not going to alarm clock that. We need to be saving our alarm clocks for the triple tiara and or triple crown races. We can really cheat on energy on the Hanshin JF here, though. Give me power instead of wit. Double check your trainings, although you really want to run this. They're all just okay. So you go good luck charm, and if you win this race, you can still buy both motivating megaphones. But also, this is an epithet race, so you're actually going to... Well, how many fans are you? 6,500 versus 7,000 versus 20. We should save it for the Derby. We should save it for the Derby and the Satsuki show, and try to get her online before the first summer break. So we'll save both of our glow sticks. We'll just do these as normal races, like not blowing any items on them. The JF is an epithet race for the mile path. At least you don't have to think about whether we need to alarm clock it or not. Okay. So that's all of our energy gone, but we can race for free late December. End closer Savvy's nice. Speed 6 Gut 6 versus Masterful Gambit. So Masterful Gambit doesn't actually help you win races, because it's velocity in late race. You're very likely to hit during your acceleration phase. But it is a skill, which means it's worth points in team trials. So we'll grab a hint for it to unlock it. We'll pop into the shop. I actually may buy a Master Cleat Hammer here over a Motivating Megaphone, because then I can use it on the Hopeful Stakes. I don't hate that. We'll probably see more. Also, I forgot to turn auto-consume items on, which actually may have cost us some races earlier. I need to remember to turn that back on before I start recording. The issue is, you don't have to do that on your account at home, but I have to do it on this account because I have a separate Steam profile for everything that I do content creator stuff on, so that I don't get hit with, like, random Steam notifications when I'm in the middle of recording. But every time you log out of Uma, and you log into it from another Steam account, it nukes all your settings. So we have to rebuild that from the ground up every single time that we record, which is a little annoying. Okay. So at least there's that. Free race. Good items. We're gonna get a shop reset here too. And then we must rest early January, because we can't do a race. We've done 4 in a row. We also didn't see Etsuko at all in that stretch. But there's a guaranteed mood up here, so we won't have to wait that long for it. Kawakami Princess done. Shop reset has carrots. Good. Give me these first because they're about to leave. And then give me grilled carrots. Those are the next highest priority thing that's there. Use them immediately. And then also come into your current training items. Oh, it did use the books automatically. Okay. Good. We'll take a look at training. So you could technically fail tag this. I don't think any of them are worth fail tagging though, so we'll just take a rest instead. Plus 70 is a magnificent outcome there. And then there's no G3s and up today, so no chance of versus races. I think this speed training does everything that we want it to right now as far as friendships are concerned. Technically, Shinko Windy is further behind, but this is double friendship progress. So I think we take the speed. That's our mood up. And then we do have versus race potential today. But if there was a versus race I was going to skip, this would probably be a training that's worth skipping for it. This is friendship progress for everybody that matters. So I think we take this and then we race late February. It's a really good training for friendship progress. It's costing us stats in the short term, but the idea is that it builds our stats in the long term. I would love to get 20 energy back right now. I'm pretty sure is what this event does. Yeah, I don't care about the speed stam that much. Give me the 20 energy. Because then we can race late February, and we can still train if we win the gamble. It's a good wit. It's an okay guts. Nothing else is really going on at all. Give me the race, even though it's not a versus race, because I need the shop coins to buy all the stuff we want before the shop reset. It's unfortunate that the order worked out the way that it did. Oh my god. I really should not reroll this. It's getting blocked is why we're this far down. I'll spend 1 on it, just because I need the shop coins. Better. Still not good, but better. That's not great. That's good, though. So let's see. What do you want to even do in here? Reset Whistle's pretty important. Artisan Cleat Hammer's pretty good. Cupcake, you have one already, so you can skip it, and then you can get Wit Manual. And you can race this turn, so you could get Hand Cream as well. I think that's fine. Should check your trainings just in case. I would love to take that speed training, but I don't think I can afford to. That's a good wit training, too. But we need to catch up on races. We've skipped 2 races for the sake of training so far this run, which means that we're behind where we'd normally be doing our races. Oh my god. 28 minutes into this. The problem is I don't know that I have time to restart this run tonight. I don't think I have time to abandon this and still actually record one. So, as a result, I think you guys are going to be stuck here with me for a bit. We're going to pivot this into being a good guts training. So we can do something a little clever here, actually. We can pop a good luck charm because we do have 2 of them. We can take this guts training, which is going to build Fine Motion to gold, and it's going to get Shinko Windy pretty close to gold. Then, because the Satsuki show is early April, we can energy drink through the Satsuki show, and then we can rest late April. Costs us like 70 coins to do both of those things, so it's not that bad. Corner Adept, Firm Conditions, Nimble Nav. We're buying to get through the rest of these races. Firm Conditions is fine. Corner Adept is good. Straightaway Adept at 1 I can skip. I guess if Nimble Nav goes off, it's going to be really good, and we're unlikely to get more hints for it from other places. So let's pick that up. And those should be fairly impactful skills for actually winning races. So we go Energy Drink Max, Artisan Cleat Hammer, Glow Stick. The Glow Stick is to switch on Top Road. We're currently at 385 stamina. I think we'll have enough to do the Kikuka show. And then we can just buy a recovery skill for the Spring Tenno. So we can go with the Triple Crown route here. No alarm clock necessary. Good. Doesn't matter if we win the gamble or not. Speed Scroll, Artisan Cleat Hammer. We want both of those. Give me that, give me that. Give me this Guts Manual, Stam Manual. Vita 65, I have my Ion. Artisan Cleat Hammer, I have my Ion. That's probably all we'll be able to afford, since we're down like 350 shop coins from where we'd like to be on this run. Aww. So we have a fail tag for this. I really wish I would have checked my trainings. Well, no, we don't have a speed anklet in the shop. Never mind. We really need to get in the habit of checking trainings first, though. So we go Motivating Megaphone, Good Luck Charm. This is why we have Good Luck Charms, is for trainings like this. We take that. Then, the hard part. We're going to need to drink a Vita 20 to get through the NHK Mile Cup. So this is just so that we have the energy to race and not suffer a catastrophic penalty, like getting minus 30 to all of our stats. This is a G1 that we will reroll if we use it, so we can pop a Cleat Hammer here. We alarm clock this. We planned for it. There we go. Okay. And now we can buy the Vita 65 if we lose this gamble to make it through the Derby. And we do lose the gamble. So we go into shop. Well, you know what? Actually, that's pretty good. I'll take 10 energy. We don't actually have to spend a Vita 65 now. That's actually extremely good. That was a really nice time for Howard to show up, because that saves us a whole Vita 65 for summer break. Look at your trainings just in case. I wish I could take that whip, because that would get Nishino Flower and Marvelous Sunday online. There's no way it's more valuable than the Derby, though. And then we'll glow stick this, because this is 20,000 fans. So this is all in the service of getting Narita Top Road online. No alarm clock necessary. If you ignore the junior year happened, this is actually a really good run right now. Like, as long as you don't look at this, you're like, huh, this is going pretty well. Double Rainbow Speed is not good enough to pull me off of training right now, but this is holy cow. We'll run the Yasuda Kinan in senior year. Give me a Vita 65. Take this wit training. We also want an Artisan Cleat Hammer and probably a plain Cupcake just to fix any other mood down incidents. And we might want a second Motivating Megaphone to cover us off during summer break, because we haven't seen empowering megaphones yet. And then we just take this. It gets 2 more of our support cards online. Wit 20 versus Guts 20. We'll take Wit. Then I actually wouldn't mind running the Takarazuka Kinan today. I don't really care about Nishino Flower being online. We're not actively looking to train power that much right now. Our stamina is already at 420 because we've had like 3 busted stamina trainings. I think we just take the Takarazuka Kinan so that we have race coins going into summer break. If we see like speed ankle weight, I want to be able to buy that. If we see power ankle weight, I want to be able to buy that. If I see empowering megaphone, I might not mind buying that. So what do you got? Literally just the empowering megaphone, huh? Okay. And then a ton of manuals. Give me these two, because even if I see a good guts or stamina training, I'm probably not going to ankle weight it. That's a gorgeous wit training. Give me that empowering megaphone now. Also, what are our fans at currently? 209. Holy cow, Narita is fully online with her training effectiveness. That rocks. Give me all that wit. At least we've done that part perfectly. Eating my words a little bit on not buying a power ankle weight, but I'll still take it. That's our empowering megaphone gone. I still don't mind the idea of taking a wit training here just to manage energy and pop a motivating megaphone with that. This is a fine training. And then this, there's nobody. This is whistle territory. That's a horrible spread to have. This is much better. So we'll take that speed training. That's a really good summer break. Energy plus 10, mood plus 1. I would love to have energy right now. That's another good speed training. But I can't, I could technically gamble on it actually. We've already failed 2 sub 10% trainings this run. There's no way we fail a 16. I told you. I told you we weren't failing that. We probably should have done the math on that training. I don't think I even stopped to think about it. How many stats did I get from that? It's hard to say because the megaphone was active, but that was a 74 stat training. That's better than a G3. Okay. We at least made the right call there. Not great, not great, not great, not great. This is a race day. Early October needs to be a rest day because we have a 3-race stretch coming up. This is a non-standard distance G2, so let's take that. Start working on our non-standard distance race wins. Okay. Hello, Etsuko. Lovely to see you. It's a shame we can't race here. This would be such a cheap race to run. I'm still going to take speed over 30 skill points. I don't think it's that important. And the new shop. Artisan Cleat Hammer, speed ankle weights looking very good. Guts manual looking nice. 3 guts manuals looking nice. You and you. That's actually everything. I think we're okay taking that. And then we'll build up our race coins again over the next 4 days or so. Giving up on an okay guts training, and that's about it to take a rest. Plus 70 here would be lovely. Plus 50 is okay. This is going to be a 3-race stretch. Starting with the Kikuka Show, because we're on the Triple Crown path. We should buy a recovery. Actually, before we do that, double check to make sure that the Kikuka Show and the Spring Tenno actually have a downhill. So let's pop over to Game Tora. Let me get dark mode on here so I don't flashbang you all when we switch over to it. We'll pull Game Tora up. We're going to go to races. We're going to look for Kikuka Show. Show me track map. There is a downhill. It is... The Kikuka Show is the 3000. The downhill is fairly early in lap 1, but that's fine. And then it's deep and late race in lap 2. That's not as good, but the point is that there's downhills that can trigger. Then, the Tenno also has downhills. Perfect. Okay. So what that means is that we can buy Go Home Specialist, and we can know that it's going to work on the 2 problem courses that we're thinking about. And that's all the recovery that we should need to make it through these, assuming that we actually get it to trigger. Second is going to be an alarm clock, because this is a triple crown race. There we go. So that's that taken care of. Triple crown done, at least. The gamble doesn't matter here because we're doing a 3-race stretch. I want to buy 3 of those items. Another hint for End Closer Savvy. Shifting gears is still not something we're going to be buying. It cannot trigger on Gold Chip unless something's gone horribly wrong. This is all the items we currently want from the shop, so we're doing really well on shop coins right now, and we have the opportunity to build up a bit of a surplus. Wouldn't mind taking that wit training. We can take that wit training. Hold on. Because we're on the Triple Crown path. We're not on the Triple Tiara path, which means that we can ignore the QE2 Cup. So if we come over here to Uma.guide, acquire the Lady Epithet, win Victoria Mile, Hunchin JF, and both QE2 Cups, we can't get this, and we can't get this, which means we don't have to run the Victoria Mile or either of the QE2 Cups. We are still technically on Mile a Minute, so we want to win all the Unique Mile Turf G1s, which does include the Victoria Mile, but the QE2 Cup is not a mile, it's a median. So we can actually skip that. That's just a normal G1 for us. And while that normal G1 is worth more than this training, this is a 27 stat training and a G1 is worth around 60 points, I don't feel like dealing with the potential for mood down. We do have 2 plain cupcakes, but I just don't want to have to interface with it if I don't want to. And skipping this also means we could run the Stayer Stakes early December as an extra makeup race. Oh my god. Okay, so we have nothing to show for it. We have nothing to show for it at all. Let's win a Unique Mile G1. It's okay, we can still bounce back. Good. Oh, I had the Uma.guide up. You missed a failed wit training. I'll show you in the log. We'll gamble and I'll show you in the log. Please stop talking to me. I just want to show people what happened. Thank you. Okay, so failed wit level 2 at like 8% to fail or something like that. And then also got a mood down for it anyway, just from a random event. So it's basically like we did the QE2 Cup, got 0 race coins, and got a mood down from it. There's also Stayer Stakes today, and we don't have energy recovery right now, so we're kind of forced into doing that. Give me the Master Cleat Hammer. Give me the Stayer Stakes. This is going to take us to 0 energy, and then we'll run the Arima late December. Okay. We win the gamble, but it doesn't really matter. There's an empowering megaphone in the shop. We'll buy that. Definitely want that. Also grab 1 power ankle weight just so we have it on us. And then late December we run the arena. We cannot take that training because we don't have any energy recovery right now. What we can do is use a cleat hammer on it though, because it's a G1. Would love to see Etsuko at the end of this as well, if that's possible. Etsuko, would you like to write an article about how we overcame and won the Arima Kinan? No, she doesn't care about us at all. She wants nothing to do with us. Look at how mad she is. She hates us. Alright, so this is going to be a rest. This has to be a rest. We can't run a race today because we just ran 3 in a row. Shop Refresh has Twin Vita 20s. That's great. Master Cleat Hammer. We want the speed ankle weight. Late for a pretty mirror, and we want the Miracle Cure. Not a lot in the shop that we want to buy. We should be able to afford it all. We're giving up on a double rainbow to take this rest, but we can't take it anyway. 99% fail. Might as well be an auto fail. There's a versus race today, competing with a decent guts training, but not anywhere stat-wise near what a G2 is worth. So let's take a medium rival race. Okay. This run, honestly, I could live with the race losses, especially the ones in junior year. The training failures have been disastrous. Absolutely disastrous. Unyielding Spirit we already have a hint for, so I'd rather just take the 15 skill points. Single rainbow, but there's also a versus race today, and it's a mile. I think we like the idea of that quite a bit. And then we can rest late February. Okay. There's Etsuko. Alright, there's our mood up, finally. We want the fail tag, we want the kale juice. We probably don't need the cupcake, because we still have 2. Fail juice, charm, miracle cure, speed ankle weight. I'd like to come back for that motivating megaphone. I do only have 1 on me right now. But first things first. None of those trainings look great, and this would be our 3rd race, so this is going to be a rest. Plus 30 is fine. And then we're right back into versus races. This is fine to take. Yeah, I don't need any of these trainings, so we take early March versus. Late March is Osaka High. Early April's a rest. Late April is Spring Tenno. So this is okay. This also lets us buy the last few things from the shop that we need. Good winning. Ooh, focus is a really interesting hint to get from that. It's quite good in team trials. It's not good for end closers necessarily, but it is a good team trials hint in general. Consistent track agnostic activation, and also sometimes helps to slightly offset not getting a good race start for extra points. Can be motivating megaphone. I'm fine skipping guts ankle weights, and with 2 cupcakes, I don't feel like I need to buy a 3rd. So let's just go with that. Then we go Osaka High Cleat Hammer. We send this. Okay. Empowering Megaphone is good. Fail Tag is good. Turf S is interesting. I'm also just now realizing, and this one is really going to get the comments riled up. Somebody pointed out, who was it? It was Zyphion. Pointed out that we're actually not using a max level Nishino power right now. We need to get another 5 levels into that. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye and remembered that I did not level it up. So we need to fix that immediately after this run is done. It's not a huge loss, but it's definitely a loss, and it's something we should fix. So give me all of these. Single rainbow power, double rainbow speed. I could technically fail tag this, and then Kale Juice Cupcake back up to full. You could do that. How much do you want to do that? Because it's only a 48 stat training. It's not amazing. Well, actually, you could speed ankle weight it, and that would make it a bit better. But you should probably save those for summer break. You could also just Kale Juice Cupcake this turn and get like 95 energy back instead of 100. I don't hate that, actually. Let's just go Kale Juice Cupcake. And then we can take this training. We could Megaphone it once. We're only going to get this turn out of it, because we need to do the Victoria Mile early May as one of our unique mile victories for mile straights. I mean, we don't like have to. If we see a really good training early May, the Victoria Mile is more or less just a normal G1. But the option is open to us to do that. And then this is a G1, so we cleat it. We have a recovery, and we are at 620 stamina somehow. We might actually not need to be inheriting as much stamina as we are. We're going to wind up at like 700 on a mile runner, on an end closer. We don't need to be that high. I think this run is a little bit anomalous because we had like 3 really good stamina trainings at the start of the run. And each of them gave like 20 to 25 stamina. So that's not like totally representative. With RNG allocated to different trainings, we would be at something closer to like 550 instead of 620 right now, and that's a bit more normal. I don't think any of these are better than just running a G1 mile. Let's also pick up a Master Cleat Hammer. Also, check your shop, because there are items about to leave. You wanted to grab this good luck charm. That's very important for you right now. Everything else I think can go. We don't need Guts ankle weights. We already have 1 power ankle weight. We can grab a Rich Hand Cream. Just in case. We actually have a Miracle Cure already. Yeah, we can skip it then. Just give me a second fail tag. Run this G1. This is technically an epithet race, although it's not an epithet that gives stats. I can only try again 2 more times. I think we give up on it, because I'd rather win the Autumn Triple Crown, and then this also means I can skip the Yasudakina in early June. I would much rather have 20 energy right now. I think I can spend 20 energy better than getting 25 speed. And then we can't race today, because it would be 3 in a row. So I think we can just spin our wheels on a wit training here. Preserve our energy, get another 20 stats or so out of it. We could run the Yasudakina here if we wanted to. It is worth a normal G1. So this is a 20 stat training, that's about a 30 stat training. even halfway through senior year, I think a G1 is probably still going to be worth about 40 to 45. So we should probably take this anyway, but I'm going to hold on to these Master Cleat Hammers because I would really like 3 going into the finals. So let's just hold on to those for now. Okay, and then the Takarazuka Kinen is not optional. That is part of the Spring Triple Crown. We need to run that for the epithet. Atsuko showing up to fix our mood is nice. Empowering Megaphone and Speed Scroll is nice. We should be able to afford that exactly. Good. And then late June, technically could skip that for like a triple rainbow speed, but a triple rainbow speed has not shown up. So we're just going to take the last race of our Spring Triple Crown epithet. Good. Etsuko again. It's nice to see you, but you don't need to come by every time. I may actually not buy that stamina scroll or that stamina manual because our stamina is fine right now. We might want to save it for other more impactful stuff, even though like technically it's score. Our stamina just does not need the help right now. Let's hope for a huge shop reset late September that gives us a ton of stuff we want. Alright, double rainbow wit looking pretty good. Empowering megaphone me. We'll take that. Right-handed is true for most Team Trials tracks. Single rainbow wit competing with a good stamina training that I don't care about, so we'll just take wit again. Hey now. Hold everything. Speed ankle weights and motivating or empowering megaphone. Give me a speed training. I think this is the first triple rainbow speed training that we've had in summer break. I don't think we've gotten to see these kind of stats before. So this is what you're aiming to line up. And we even have fine motion here to help with mood effect and training effectiveness, which is crazy. These are the kind of trainings that separate good runs from great runs. I will take my 150 stats in speed. And then imagine if we did it again. Because it's really like the only thing that could possibly save this run right now. That's okay. But it's not really what I need right now. But I also probably shouldn't reset whistle it, because if I reset whistle into a training that has no rainbows, I'm going to be very sad. I think this is the best opportunity we're going to find to just blow a power ankle weight. And then we can say goodbye to that item from our inventory. And then if we heavily prioritize speed for the rest of this run, we may actually cap speed. Which would be insane if you've been watching it from the start. So you would not look at this run and then look at the thumbnail at the end and be like, how did he wind up with those kinds of stats? So let's see what comes from this. In general, I am an advocate for not restarting runs unless you really, really need to. And this looked like a restart run for a while. But it's possible that this gamble may have paid off for us. I only need the Artisan Cleat Hammer here. We don't need the stamina. I guess I can buy a Guts ankle weight because it's cheap. We might see a great Guts training in like the last turn. So we can just pick that up. Doesn't cost us anything. And then this probably needs to be a rest. I don't really want to blow my Vita 20s on this. If we get one more good luck charm, we can go into the end of the year on 0 energy. But I don't think I can do that yet. I could also just take a versus race today. No, I can take a versus race early October because I don't need to run the QE2 Cup. Yeah, we rest this turn. 50's fine. Shop reset. Vita 20, Master Cleat Hammer, Replacement Power, Ankle Weight, and Motivating Megaphone. That's enough megaphones to get us through the final 3 turns and then some. We get a versus race on a mile now, which is kind of what I was fishing for, honestly. So take this. And then we're targeting training in early November. If possible. If there was ever going to be a time for a triple rainbow speed to show up again, that would be when. Empowering Megaphone is technically better than what we have. 6 Stam, 6 Power versus Trick Front. We do not need Trick Front. I'll just take Stam and Power if that's okay with you. Single Rainbow, Single Rainbow. We can take the Autumn Tenno here. Still don't need any of the other stuff. We could also Cleat Hammer like crazy here, because we got 2 more. So we can Artisan Cleat Hammer, and we can probably spend another Master Cleat Hammer too. Alright, show me big money. Early November, big money training. I really don't need this much stamina. This is like at all. Huh. So, we have a rich hand cream in the shop that's discounted. Maybe we just run the QE. No, that's going to be 4 races into late November. You shouldn't. I think this has to be a rest, which is really unfortunate because there's like no trainings going on. Minus 30 is fine. We're going to get more late December. Rainy days we don't need. Just give me speed guts. That's not good enough to justify doing over the Japan Cup. We are in Autumn Triple Crown territory. No, race, not train. There you go. Okay. We have 1 more training opportunity here, and then 3 in the finals. There's still a chance, man. That's good scrolls. Speed 10 versus skill points 30. I'll take speed 10. It's not good enough. That's okay, though. Drink a Vita 20 so you can buy a Vita 20. Vita 20 Gut Scroll, Wit Scroll. Buy the Stam manuals, they're cheap. Like, it's just gonna inflate your rating, but it's fine. There's no way we spend 227 shop coins in the final shop. Then, just because we're going to have the energy to burn, and because we have the megaphones to burn, give me a training here and just roll it on Wit for an extra bit of stats. We don't need the race coins from the shop anymore. And honestly, the Arima we're just doing for the stats we're going to get from the Triple Crown epithet. We'll do this. Okay. So that's all the hard stuff over. Let's see how these final 3 trainings manifest. Speed manual power scrolls, nice. Speed wit's good. Guts wit is okay. Not exactly what I would be looking for, but it's okay. I see a rainbow. There's our 3rd Master Cleat Hammer. Power Scroll Speed Manual. Everyone stay calm. I think we still take speed here basically every single time. This can get better, as a training. So I'm not going to use the megaphone or the speed ankle weights, but I think we take it, no question. And then we can Vita 20 the rest of our career here. We don't actually need to spend the fail tags. We are really well covered on weights as well, if there's a good training that shows up somewhere else. Okay. Plus 20. We're going to get plus 20 for all three of them. So we're going to be plus 50 from where we're at now at a minimum. It's a really nice wit training. I want it to be speed so bad, but that's quite good. We have 2 reset whistles. We can reset whistle the next few turns. This is fine, I think, though, and then we'll just throw everything into the last turn. Master Cleat Hammer this. This is going to put us to 1037 speed. Okay. Are you visualizing the triple speed training in your mind? It was so close. Reset whistle me? There's still a chance. That's much worse. Reset whistle me? That's still worse. Although it's not bad. So speed ankle weight me, empowering megaphone me, because at least Kawakami Princess is there. This may be enough to push us to 1100. It will be. And then just because of the way our luck has been going this run, give me a Vita 20, because that was a 1% chance to fail previously. That puts you at 1074. That puts you at 1079. This is going to put you at 1099, and then the end of the career will put you at 1109. I can't believe the stat line that we have pulled out of this run. And it could have been so much better. It could have been so much better, is the scary thing. This deck is really good for miles. We wound up at 1109, 807, 995. This is a medium runner. We've accidentally built a medium runner somehow. We didn't even inherit that much stamina. If we had a pure power inheritance, do your skills first. Stay focused. Enclosure savvy. Intense gaze is a little expensive. Coast is clear is cheap. Enclosure straight's pretty cheap right now. Also, go buy center stage. Buy focus, because focus is good. Alright, that's all your golds. Now you can play around with whatever you want. Front. Increased passing ability. Mile corners is generic. Position towards the back, that's us. Masterful Gambit, that's us. Although I do want Firm Course Menace because it's gold. So that would mean getting rid of Masterful Gambit, Watchful Eye. And then we go Firm Course Menace, and we could get... What else could we get? We could get a second rank of Enclosure Savvy, but that doesn't give us score. Enclosure Straights doesn't give us score. Shifting Gears will never trigger. We can't get anything else. We could get right-handed, but then we can't get anything else. I guess we just get 2 ranks of Enclosure Savvy. I would rather have the wit than anything else. It's also guaranteed to trigger, so we know we get the points from it. It's scuffed, and it's worth noting that if we had won the 4 races we lost, we probably could have bought an actual skill like Straightaway Adept, but that's the break sometimes. This is also probably still a better gold chip than the one we have slotted in Team Trials right now. That should not be that high. This was an S+ gold chip if we succeeded a couple of those trainings and win races. It's funky sparks, though. So, mile skill, long spark. Not exactly what we're looking for. Although, this is actually now a really interesting parent for a trainee that has long B. Because we can run them as a... Or for a long runner that has, like, mile C. That's actually really interesting. You're a funky parent. I think we're gonna keep an eye on you. You're a very funky parent. I don't immediately know how I want to use you. That's very, very odd. Also, that's a higher rating than our current CM Ace Gold ship. Oh, man. What could have been? What could have been from that run? Had we not failed a few sub 10% trainings and not lost a few races early. I'm going to be thinking about that one for a while. Let's go to 226. Let's go level up Nishino Flowers so that we don't forget next time. Where are you? SR Power. Get that to 45. So now we've got that, which we should have done like 2 or 3 careers ago, but at least it's done now. Let's go get our dailies done, and then we'll do our CM rounds because we're into round 2. So check up on Club. Club is still here. Oh, that's right, there was a reset. We get 225 club points and carrots out of that. You, humble viewer at home, surely got more because you're in a real club, but that is still a welcome reward. We'll grab that. We'll grab this. Oh, because we checked it in our club. Yeah. Alright, let's go do our team trials races. Let's see how our busted gold chip performs. 3rd, 4th, 5th. Mile runners aren't looking stellar. We know that we need to rebuild her. Mile is 2nd, 4th, 5th. Still not great. That's not looking good. At all. Can't win them all, though. It's looking okay. It's looking real good, actually. 656. We're pushing. I do think the Class 6 retention line is like 700,000 now, though, so there's still a ways to go, but we're closing the gap. We're closing the gap every time, and there are still 4 runners that we need to rebuild on our Team Trials roster. 648 is also a good showing. Feeling very confident in our Team Trials runners right now, and they're only going to keep getting better as we rebuild the last couple of them. Give me alarm clock, sprint racing shoes I don't need. Let's go get daily races done. We'll take coins. Absolutely not. Now that I think about it, it should really just be Satono Diamond as a pace chaser to win these more consistently. Whatever. Good enough. Okay. If we see long shoes, we buy. It's really the only thing we're interested in these days, though. And Kikukusho banners. long shoes, Kikuku show banners, and that's about it. Take our daily race. We'll do King Halo. We've never done this one before, so it'll just be a good way to unlock it. Who are my sprinters? Air is one of my sprinters. We'll have Airgroove do it. Awful mood, you'll be alright. You'll be fine. It's a short sprint. We can watch it. There's actual frontrunners in this lobby, so she's not going to be lucky pace. Rush is fine. She has more than enough stamina to finish. This is going to be pace down again. Never mind. Corner Adept is going to let her ignore it for a while. Pace Chaser Corners is going to let her ignore it for a while. She's actually going to ignore pace down because she chained all of her skills together. She can't get hit by pace down anymore. What an insanely lucky series of skill triggers. This may even give her velocity carryover into late race. Not quite. But that should still be more than enough. Yeah, there's Head On, Radiant Star. She's crazy with it. That's a good air groove. She's hitting all of it. Okay. Another free 250 carats. 100 for the trophy, 150 for the first legend race. And then, let's go see how round 2 goes for the CMs. So we're currently sitting on this for win rate. Our Tamamo is at 30%. Our gold chip is at 17.5. Creek did manage to win a second race when I was doing the off-camera runs yesterday, so she's still in the mix, although she's not nearly as good as the other two. Tamamo's run 112. Gold chip is 1.7. Both of them are contenders in round 1. We'll see how we do in round 2. I think we'll watch the first one, just to get a sense of what the competition is like, and then we'll skip to late race for the rest of them. Much like we've been doing previously, watching an entire 3,200 meter race is just something like 3.5 minutes per race. So I don't really want to take 20 minutes to do that in the video. Seeing 1, 2 fronts, a handful of end closers, a UG1 Ogre. I think this is the first UG that we've seen. Is it good though? Or is it just rating inflated? It looks pretty good. Head On, Radiant Star, Lone Wolf, Pace Chaser Savvy, Gourmand. Pressure is the only skill here that's kind of dead, because it usually triggers in late race. Their conditions for hitting Festive Miracle are Gourmand, Stamina to spare, Corner Recovery. So they're actually going to pop their unique early, because Corner Recovery activates on first corner, and Stamina to Spare and Gourmand both activate mid-race. I guess technically Gourmand could activate right before late race, but this is not going to give this Ogre acceleration. She does have long S and speed cap, though, so that might be enough to carry her through. We'll see how this goes. I think if she hits Head On and we miss Straightaway Spurt, that Ogre's in pretty good shape. But if she misses Head On and we hit Straightaway Spurt, I think it's over. And then obviously the two front runners are going to be able to duel with one another, and that's going to boost their velocity up, which is going to make them tricky to catch. Unless one of those bourbons is way faster than the other one. No, they're going to duel. Okay. Let's see how this goes for us then. That's recovery 1 for that Ogre going off. That was corner recovery that just activated. Coming into mid-race, stuff like Gourmand and Stamina to Spare is going to start to activate. That's an exceptionally early unique activation on Creek. It probably overflows her stamina a bit there. That's interesting. And she's still making good time up on some of those ogres. The ogre ahead of Creek was rushing and got hit by Trick Rear there. She's still going to have enough stamina to finish, but that might delay the spurt a little bit when we transition over to late race. It's going to be really interesting to watch her. Creek is also advancing up the field here really nicely. There's Festive Miracle going off. That is too early to get acceleration, though, so it's just going to be velocity into recovery. Our end closers are still way back there, but I think that's okay. All we need to do is hit straightaway spurt. Tamamo just hit speed carry over into late race. If she hits spurt here, holy cow. Both of our end closers are going to start moving very quickly here shortly. The problem is everybody else is moving quickly as well. Yeah, everybody hit their spurt. Or maybe nobody did? Hold on. Did Tamamo hit all of her recoveries? That Bourbon is dead. She's not finishing. This is going to be too late for Tamamo. One of those Christmas ogres is absolutely deceased. I'm curious to see which one it'll be. I don't think it's the UG. I think that's the UG. Huh. It didn't feel like we jumped off the line the way I was expecting us to in late race. I wonder if we had delayed late spurt there, or last spurt, because we missed recoveries. Yeah, it was the UG that made it to the end. This one, though, did not manage to make it with 3 gold skills. Oh, but only 556 wit. Yeah, they missed recoveries. For sure. Gold chip hit Go Home Specialist. Must have missed Maestro. I wasn't really paying attention. And I can only assume that Tamamo missed recoveries as well, because 6 length is a massive gap. Especially when the gap was from Creek, who we think activated her unique too early and probably overflowed a bit of stamina. And so also would have had a delayed last spurt. I think that's just an unlucky round from us. I think our team is probably better than they looked there, but that's the thing about CMs, is you don't really have control over that. Let's see how the other 4 go. SS Lobby, S Plus and SS Lobby, 2 front runners, so they can duel with each other. A bunch of pace chasers, including a pace Tamamo. So our end closers are going to be fairly alone in the back. There's only 1 other gold chip back there to keep us company. Doesn't look like it's going to matter because our gold chip nailed accelerations and recoveries and she is gone. So that is not something that anybody else is going to be able to catch. Even Creek is doing really well for herself here. But gold chip must have just hit everything. That must have been velocity carryover into straightaway spurt. There's win number 1. Qualified for B, but we're looking higher than B. We're looking for A. And I think this is the first CM where we have a decent shot of getting it too. S plus lobby. Couple SS. Scared of end closers. Because they might be even better than me. 1200 in long S, that's spooky. 1053 in long S, that is not spooky. I'm scared of that gold chip. I don't think I'm scared of that Tamamo. Also, nobody's front here, which is interesting. So one of these guys is going to get nominated to Lucky Pace. And I think it's probably going to ruin the plan that they had. I'm going to wait to see who it is. If it's the Tachyon, that's really bad, because it's going to prevent Tachyon's unique from activating. It's bad for them. It doesn't matter for us, but it's bad for them. It's going to be Opera. Okay. This looks like a race that our gold chip is going to take over. But it's really going to come down to skill activation at the end. Because that other gold chip is 1200 in long S. Wait, hold on. Artemamo is in the mix too? He didn't ult yet. Oh, shit. That could maybe be enough. It wasn't quite enough. Oh, there was a chance there for a brief shining moment. There was a chance for Tamamo to snatch that one away. Yeah, but that was that scary gold chip. 1200, long S, 2 recoveries. That's just down to whoever activates their skills better. It's actually probably down to Barcarolle of Blessing specifically. That's just a marginally better built gold chip than ours. It's also an SS gold chip versus ours that is like just S, but you know. Rating is only part of the calculation. You're also looking at skills. You're also looking at like how the skills work together. One from 2 fronts, and everybody else is end, and our Creek is pace. I think our Creek loves that because it guarantees that her unique activates. She's going to be in prime position all race. Our gold chip is really closing that distance right now. Again, this is going to come down to skills. I didn't look at that Tamamo, so I don't know if they're 1200 and long S. Homestretch Haste is doing a lot of work there. It's doing just enough work there. Yes, sir. That's 2. That's 2. You also had Barcarolle. But I did not do quite enough for you. Also beating a couple SS runners in that lobby. And then it's all down to this one. As far as what you get to see on video is concerned. We might look into A finals in other matches that I run after this after we're done recording, but we could also clinch it right here. I think it's only appropriate that we would watch this entire race, since this could be the deciding race. SS lobby. 2 fronts, 4 fronts. And then a bunch of end closers. So again, only front and end, except for our Pace Chaser Creek. But 4 front runners this time is actually going to lock Creek out of activating her unique, I think. So that's not great. But we'll see how this develops. That's our gold chip hitting Umastan, it looks like, as well. Which is why she's way out front in 6th, but we're fine with that. If we get Creek to maintain the pace, our gold chip is going to have a huge advantage going into late race here. She just needs to be able to maintain that position a bit. Early start is going to help with that a lot. Tamamo rushing is not great. Stamina Eater rocks. That hit everybody in front. So if they all spot struggle each other, I think they're going to have a real problem up front. We need gold chip 8 recoveries here, though. She needs to hit both. We need to see Go Home Specialist and Curvature. Actually, Stam Eater might help cover some of that off, because it does restore stamina. Come on, Gold Chip. You need to hit recovery here. Or Maestro. There's Maestro. There's Maestro on both. Okay. She's so far ahead right now. She's miles ahead of the other end closers. And then any velocity carryover into late race here is really good. That's an incredible time for that Kita-san to hit Radiant Star. Holy cow. We need to see Spurt here, end closers. They both missed it. So this is potentially the Super Creek show now. Actually, Gold Chip is just closing that distance anyway. I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think she can make that distance up. If she hits Spurt, this is a very different race. But I think she's going to be too far back. Hold on. Haste. Hold on. Holy cow. Oh, man. Turns out you don't need straightaway Spurt at all. Every content creator has lied to you. All you need is, like, Uma stand and recoveries. That is a crazy run to end on. It literally just outsped everybody else on the track through, like, force of will. 12, 12, 11 SS Bourbon. With groundwork, with the appropriate groundwork triggers, frontrunner savvy, early lead concentration, with a fairly good deck, also beating an S plus Kita-san that doesn't look as good, missing groundwork, missing any early race. Oh, you have taking the lead, I guess. Also beating this Kita-san, also groundwork, rainy days focus, taking the lead triggers there. Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful Gold Chip run. And didn't even hit Spurt. Just decided to accelerate. So we are into A finals on the very first ticket. How about that? Well, I think there's no better point to close up the video than that. If you guys are looking forward to day 2 of Group A, Round 2 of the Pisces CM, do make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you know when new videos are coming out. And if you have any questions or comments about the run today, the negative luck that our Gold Chip experienced in career, and then the insane luck that our Gold Chip experienced in our CM rounds, drop me a comment and let me know. I would love to hear from you. Till then, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a good one.